Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. My camera on here. Here we are. Happy Thursday. It's November 30th, last day of November of trading this month. My name is Bob Lang, and it's time for our daily bites. We come to you every Monday and Thursday morning between 8:30 and 8:45, talking about the markets and any data that comes out that we need to discuss, which we have some this morning. We'll be getting to that in just a couple moments. But as we see, futures are up a little bit this morning. Nice little pop in the Dow Industrials thanks to Salesforce.com, which delivered really strong earnings last night. We had some calls working on that name from the chat room. We'll talk about the chat room in just a couple moments as well. NASDAQ up a little bit here, about a little bit more than 0.5%. S&P futures are also at 15 here. We had a good economic data report that just came out. I'll show it to you right now. Take a look. Price index for the PCE came in at 3%, basically in line, which was down from the prior month on year over year. Month over month, this is the one that that was really a key number here. It came in at flat 0, expected at 0.1, came down from 0.4. Now I look at these numbers on a rolling 3-month basis, and the last 3 months were 0.4, 0.3, and now 0. So that gets you down to an average of about 2.2% on the price index. So moving in the right direction for the Fed. This is an important number that the Fed is going to be talking about in a couple weeks as well. Personal income up 0.2, basically in line, a little bit less than it was. Personal spending, October down from September. Of course, we know that number is going to get jacked up when they report this in a month or so, because that'll include all the November holiday shoppings spending as well. Consumption also came in slightly lower than expected, but all in all, I'd say this is a really good report. Continuing jobless claims up, jobless claims down slightly from last week as well too. This is another key number here, the core number, right? The month over month and the year over year on the price index, 0.2 in line, 3.5% annual, also in line. So again, these numbers are something that the Fed is going to be probably breathing a sigh of relief over when they have their meeting in a couple of weeks. So let's take a look at some charts here. So as we can see here, as I mentioned, Salesforce.com a few moments ago, you can see the stock is really blasting up today, making new highs here, above $250 a share. We were in some of the name not too long ago, and we held on to some calls here from the chat room. So let me talk a little bit about the chat room for just a moment. Now, there's a name here that's having a big morning here. It's called IMGN. All right, stock that I've been in for a while. I've had a lot of stock and have a couple of calls as well. So you can see what happened here. The stock is blasting higher by 82%. They're getting a buyout deal from AbbVie at about $31 a share in cash. Why is it important? Well, it's because if you were in the chat room, if you were in the chat room, we were talking about this for weeks. In fact, just the news and the chatter in the room just started heating up a couple of weeks ago when we noticed Rick in our room here, Peak Inflation, talked about some call buying that was happening in the name just yesterday. January 21, it's lit up. This was posted in the room. Glenn and Rick also posted from November 9th an upgrade on the stock by an analyst, right? Just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, this was posted in the room. And this is good information because we have really good, strong people in the room. Bid still strong for ImmunoGen. Someone knows something. ImmunoGen, December 19 and 20 calls getting lit up. What does that mean? It means people are buying it hand over fist right now, but there's no news that is being disseminated as for the reasons why. This is how you make money in the stock market. This is how you make money trading options. When you find something without any news when nobody seems to know what's going on. This is how you get an advantage and get a leg up. And these opportunities come from time to time. But I mean, it was clear as a bell in our room. Look, even going back to let's see, yesterday, today, and so let's see. Look, you can see even back a week ago, bid still strong for IMGN. I had been on these October calls, which they didn't do very well for me, but I did roll them up way back in May. See, I'm making some nice I'm making some nice comments on even back in June. All right. So you see that if you're in the chat room, you have the opportunity for these things. I'm gonna leave it right there with that one. So if you guys can make your decisions. If you're not in the chat room, you kind of scratch your head and start wondering, why am I not in there every single day? It's not just this stuff; it's this other stuff as well too. Has been talked about in the room. We this week we scored on a couple of really nice earnings plays in Workday and CrowdStrike, also in Zscaler on Monday night, and then tonight we have a play working on what we have. We have DELL. I'm going to give this out to you guys out right now. I don't know if it's going to go up or not. Okay, don't pin me down on, hey, Bob said it was going to go up and it goes down 10%. Okay, but I'm in this stock. The stock has been really, really super strong. I'm in some January calls on this one, DELL. Michael Dell has been a strong manager for years and years. He usually wins, and I think the stock has been on fire certainly since May. It's up about 85%. But I think even with the strong numbers from Salesforce and strong numbers from Workday, Oracle as well too, Microsoft, this is a company that continues to create value and to drive higher. I think it won't be too long before we see Dell in triple digits at $75 right now. So take a look at that one today. And then later on today, we have ULTA coming out. I'm a little bit lukewarm on that one here. Stock has made a nice run here off of the recent lows in the 370s. It's up about a little over 14% since those levels. But we'll have to see what happens. Some of the competitors in their group were kind of gave some mixed guidance over their earnings reports. So let's take a look at real quickly NHL. New highs versus new lows. This is a stock that this is a chart that shows, new highs on the NASDAQ are starting to improve, right? We saw these last 3 or 4 months here of just dreadful breath, but now it's starting to improve. So when that improves, the rest of the market starts to do better. So I think it's going to be it, everyone. I apologize for the short, brief daily bites here today. We'll have a little bit more of expanded view on Monday, December 4th. Tomorrow, we got a little bit of more economic data coming out. We have 2 speeches by Chair Powell tomorrow, which I'm sure he's going to be talking about inflation and the hawkish policies. This is going to be a Q&A too. So oftentimes we hear Chair Powell in these Q&A sessions give out some nuggets, sometimes bad, sometimes good. So be paying attention to that one tomorrow. I think it's at 2:00 in the afternoon Eastern time. So have a great day, everyone. Please play it safe here. Keep some cash. Keep some protection on. Always have some puts working. And regardless of what's happening in the market conditions, it allows you to helps me, buy more calls and get a little bit more aggressive on the bullish side. Have a great day, everyone, again, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys all on Monday. Thanks. Fighting, my friend.